So it's Christmas. It's the perfect time to embarrass yourself with a hat on live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hi there, everybody. My name's Mark Smith. I'm Group Managing Director of People to People in Australia and the UK and Frog Recruitment in New Zealand. And clearly, it's that time of year, and it is the last of our P2P live broadcasts for 2022. So we've got a lot to talk about today. We'll be going through the numbers, our regular numbers section, where we'll actually take a little bit of advice from Spotify. I think they've been sending out everybody's individual music tastes over the last little while. In statistic form. So I thought, well, why not share with everybody statistically what P2P has been up to this year? So we'll do that in this week's numbers section. We've got 3 jobs that we need to fill today, just because we're heading into Christmas, just because I'm wearing a silly red hat, doesn't mean we don't have jobs to fill. And we've got 3 that we can fill today, and you can start work next week. We'll also we have an update really for everybody who is in the market right now. We've got a webinar in New South Wales. If you're looking for a job in Sydney specifically, we've got a webinar next Wednesday. So we'll be talking to Maddy from our Sydney team. She'll give you all the details about that and what you can take away from that as well. And of course, we've got our regular Twitter update, where last week we were wondering about whether anybody's going to be taking a working holiday in 2023. So stay tuned for those results. But let's get into it with the numbers. Okay, all right. So what has happened for People to People in 2022? So we thought we'd share with you exactly how busy this year's been. We've had 283,156 applications this year, which led to over 12,000 interviews by our P2P consultants across Australia and New Zealand, and leading to the submission of just under 7,000 CVs to our clients. They are some big numbers. It's been a very big year. So what did that mean? How many people got a job? Well, we placed over 5,500 people in 2022, nearly 4,268, not nearly, exactly 4,268 temporary placements. Over 1,000 permanent jobs were successfully placed this week. And 196 contract positions. You know, the most interesting thing about all of this is that we do some numbers on people who get placed by us who we had already known, that were in our network, part of our community before the job was listed to us. And over 4,167 of those placements that we made this year were by people that we already knew. So get in touch. We'd love to talk to you about securing your next career opportunity. And if we talk to you now, we can get ready for when that perfect job actually comes through. Finally, I'd like to say how cool it's been to engage with 560 job seekers via our talent webinars. We've got another one coming up next week, which Maddy will be talking to you about. We produced over 544 videos, so about 40 of those include P2P Live, and we've had over 104,000 views on YouTube for those videos. So it's an important part of how we engage with everybody. So they're the numbers. Oh, I forgot. Cute alert, 2022 for the top dog. We managed to have about 7 million impressions across Australia and New Zealand. And that means that about 2 million people were engaged by our top office dog, Oz Top Dog in New Zealand and Australia. So it was a fantastic campaign, and I encourage everybody to jump onto that next year as well. Righto. So yes, it's been a big year in numbers for People to People. We're looking forward to an even better year in 2023. So, look, we've got 3 jobs that we need to fill. We're still busy. We've got 3 jobs that we need to fill today. It's Fill Job Friday. Okay, here's the first position. It's a HR business partner located here in Sydney's CBD. It's a temp job. It's starting ASAP, and you'll be responsible for high-level strategic and tactical human resources advice. You'll need to have an understanding of payroll and recruitment as well, because it's a very broad role. You need to speak to Sarah Canning here in our Sydney team, 8270-9704. You can apply by simply clicking on the links in the comments on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn right now to apply for that particular role. So jump onto that. I should also say we can see your comments live as well. So if you have any questions, jump into that. Here's the second job. This one is in Victoria. It's a social media marketing specialist, paying between $35 and $40 an hour in Docklands. Will Hillgrove is the consultant that you need to speak to in Melbourne, 9098-7434. You'll be responsible for company website maintenance, uploading of blogs, doing some copywriting on social media platforms as well, ones such as these. And you'll need to have previous experience with WordPress and understanding search engine optimization. So, if you're interested in this one, get in touch with Will in our Melbourne office. The last one that we have for you today, and the last one for 2022 on P2P Live, is a senior accounting position in Brisbane in Queensland, paying between $55 and $60 an hour. Josephine Ting is the consultant that you need to get in touch with up in our Brisbane office. You'll be reporting to the Group Financial Controller, and you will be responsible for preparing or doing monthly and quarterly and annual financial statement and report preparation for Australian legal entities. You'll need to understand also consolidations, because it's a consolidated statements that you'll be preparing. To be successful in this one, you need to be CA or CPA qualified with experience in a large or complex business, and ASX will be really advantageous for this particular one. So Josephine, 0731180125, or simply just apply online now with the links in the comments for either the HR business partner role with Sarah Canning here in Sydney, the social media marketing specialist role with Will in Melbourne, and the senior accounting position in Brisbane with Josephine. So if you're on the fly and you think, well, I don't have my CV with me, well, you can apply with vPly. vPly enables you to use video to apply for any of these roles. So the links that we have in the comments, you can always apply with vPly, or visit vply.com and you can search the jobs there as well. Okay, now before we go and have a chat to Maddy about this up-and-coming webinar next week, we've also got another senior position that we'd like to share with you via video for a Chief Operating Officer. Let's roll the tape on that one.
I am so excited to be recruiting a COO position for a fast-growing and forward-thinking e-commerce business. Ideally, you would have extensive background within corporate e-commerce or even scaling up a startup business. You are a strong people leader with hands-on experience on operational excellence, including cost optimization, setting up warehouses, improving systems and processes to drive efficiency and growth. The company truly cares for their people and creating a positive impact in the world. They also offer a flexible work arrangement with 4 days work from home and 1 day in the office. If you're interested, please contact me via phone or email for a confidential discussion.
Now, be honest, Maddy. Be honest. Is it better me wearing a hat or me being bald on P2P Live on Fridays? Which way? What's the best one?
I'm just sad you didn't bring me a hat to wear.
Yeah, nice segue. Now, we're not here to talk about how good I look in a hat, but we're here to talk about finding a job in New South Wales. And the team in Sydney is actually running a webinar next week, and you've got some information you'd like to share with us about that.
Yeah, so we will be doing the final webinar in our talent webinar series. So myself, my colleagues James Dalton and Farah Sharif will be presenting this webinar. So some of the things we're going to be talking about, it's going to be covering how to find a job in New South Wales. So we'll go over a bit about the current market with jobs in Sydney and New South Wales. And then we'll go into planning your job search. So we'll talk about topics around how to prepare for interviews as well, face-to-face or if they're virtual. And then the follow-up. So after an interview, I guess what to do and what the best practice is. We'll also have some time for questions as well. But really, it'll be a good chance for people that are looking for work to come and hear, I guess, an update on how the job market has been changing this year and what to do going forward and how to best prepare for, their interviews and job search into next year.
Yeah, now if you're a little bit uncertain or maybe you're not getting that pay rise that you're expecting at the end of the year, it's a good time to explore the market and to learn more. Then you can just jump onto this webinar for sure. Now, while I've got you, Maddy, I can't let you go without talking about the temporary market in Sydney and what's happening right now in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, so I guess one of the really positive things we've been seeing in the temporary market is we've been engaging with a lot of working holiday visas. So everyone's starting to come through and travel now, and they're really eager and keen to work. So a lot of these candidates have been working 3, 4, 5 years now within a corporate setting. So they've definitely got really good business support experience. And we're reaching out to businesses, encouraging them to consider working holiday visas, especially towards the end of the year. A lot of opportunities to finalize any, I guess, backlog on administration as well. So that's definitely a really positive shift we've been seeing as well, but still getting those jobs coming through towards the end of the year, which is always good to see.
Yeah, excellent. All right. Well, thank you again. Have a great Christmas, Maddy. Thanks for joining us. And hopefully you'll be back on live next year in 2023. And once again, just as a reminder, don't miss that webinar next Wednesday if you're a job seeker right now. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. Now, we've had a couple of comments. So Bianca on Facebook says, LinkedIn, that the hat suits me. Well, thanks, Bianca. You've known me long enough. You actually probably remember me with hair. So thanks very much for that. And on Facebook, Ali says, the hat is amazing. I know, Ali, it is amazing. Completely amazing. I thought before we jump into the Twitter poll, I'd also, another reminder for those working holiday makers who maybe you're in the UK and you're about to come out, please get in touch with our London office. The visa, we really want to facilitate people getting jobs throughout Australia and New Zealand. If you are a working holiday maker, whether you're an Australian going over to the UK or New Zealand, or whether you are a Brit or from Ireland and you're heading out to Australia and New Zealand, we can help you with that particular process as well. So let's have a look at last week's Twitter poll results. So we asked everybody, are you going on a working holiday in 2023? Well, 50% said no, but hey, 15% said, yeah, I'm actually thinking about it right now. So it's quite an interesting number. Is it true? I mean, it's Twitter, that a third of you are looking to go on a working holiday next year? Maybe it's the audience that we're looking at there for Twitter as well. That was pretty amazing. Anyway, when we're talking about holidays, we're coming up to the holiday season now, and this is the last P2P Live for 2022. We'll have a different format next year, so join us in February of next year, where you can get all of the jobs and employment market updates for Australia and New Zealand here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Have a great Christmas, everybody, and we'll see you next year.